We'll start in a seated position, maybe cross-legged or kneeling, sitting on your heels. But wherever you are, bring the focus toward the breath, allowing the belly to rise and fall, and connecting with every little sensation that you feel. On the inhale, reaching the arms toward the sky, right hand grips left wrist as you start to sweep the hands toward the right, opening up the left side body. Use your next inhale to unwind, and your next exhale to find the other side, left hand gripping right wrist this time. On the in-breath, you'll rise tall, and with the out-breath, you'll twist, gazing over the right shoulder. Belly strong, spine opens. Next in-breath, you'll unwind, and with your out-breath, you twist to the left. Once again, using your next inhale to untangle, let's then shift the weight forward for child's pose. Belly toward thighs, hands slide forward as the head sinks toward the mat. When you're ready, begin to rise, shifting your way into a hands and knees position and starting to move through cat-cow. On the inhale, we'll arch the back, gazing up. And on the exhale, you'll round the spine, tucking the tailbone under. Start to move and flow in your cycle of breath. You're welcome to add any other movements the body may be asking. Perhaps twisting side to side, or making little circles with the spine. Finding your way back into stillness, tuck your toes and begin to exhale, sitting the hips back toward the heels. Inhaling, shifting forward. Start to rock forward and back while keeping your spine nice and neutral. Next time you shift forward, pause. We'll move to bird dog by extending the right leg out behind you and then reaching that left arm out in front of you. Hold for the moment before sliding the left hand to the earth and stepping the right foot to the left side of your mat. Gaze toward the toe and open up the side body. Slowly unwind. Right leg still floats. Let's pivot the left foot off the mat and expand the right arm to the sky. We're in a side plank position. And the inhale, bicep frames the ears as we expand the side body. And the exhale, elbow pulls to knee. 2 more like that. Inhale to open. And exhale, elbow pulls to knee. Last cycle. Exhale, contract. And the inhale, expand once again, and then start to step to dragon. 2 hands to the mat, right foot steps outside the right hand. As you arrive, we'll bend the right knee, and exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. Once again, bending that knee. This time, turn the right toe to 45 degrees and place the right hand into the inner right knee, giving it a little push and opening up that hip. For the next exhale, let's untangle. Right foot steps to meet left. Start to roll the spine once again, or perhaps moving through your cat-cow. Find your stillness. And let's move through bird dog once again. Left leg extends back so that right arm expands forward. Take a pause. Right hand comes to earth, left foot steps to the right side of the mat. We're gazing at the toe, opening up the side body. Use your breath to unwind. Lift that left leg and pivot to side plank. Right foot pivots off the mat, left arm peels to the sky. Expand the side body on the inhale. And exhale, draw the elbow toward the knee. 2 more like that. Last cycle in. Open up the ribs, stretch the side body, and exhale to contract. From here, begin to unwind. Keep the left leg lifted, and then step the left foot beside the left hand, finding that dragon. Inhale, deep bend through the left knee before exhaling, straightening that leg. Flow through, forward and back. The next time you bend into the knee, turn the toe out to 45 degrees and press into that knee, helping to open the hip. Big belly breaths, letting the pelvis melt toward the earth. Take a cycle in, and exhale, step that left leg back to meet the right. Rolling the spine, or moving through cat-cow, just resetting and recentering. Find your way back to neutral, to stillness. Placing the right hand to the head, we'll take an inhale, elbow pulls to elbow, before exhaling, elbow pulls to sky. Start to move through this T-spine rotation on your own cycle of breath. Enjoying one last cycle. Before exhaling to untangle, right hand returns to earth, left hand comes to the head. Inhale, elbow to elbow, and exhale, elbow to sky. Moving on your cycle, on your own natural flow. Enjoying one last cycle before slowly releasing. 2 hands to earth. Start to shift the weight forward, finding puppy. Heart melts to the ground as hips stay stacked on the knees. Feel the breaths expand the upper back and just melt. Sliding your right hand toward the left side of the mat, right ear comes to the earth. Thread the needle. A wonderful stretch through the rear delts and a gentle twist. Untangling that side when you're ready and shifting over to the opposite. Left hand slides to right side of mat, left ear to the earth. Once again, you'll slowly unwind, This time sitting the hips back toward the heels as you untuck the toes, finding your way into child's pose. Begin to tent the fingers and start to crawl the hands toward the right, opening up the left side body. In the inhale, walking the hands back through center, and use your exhale to walk the fingers to the left, this time expanding the right set of ribs and opening the right side body. Next breath in, you walk those hands back through center. You start to shift the weight forward for downward facing dog. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, and pressing the belly to the thighs. Let that head soften and relax, and just breathe. On the inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. With the exhale, right foot steps outside of right hand, and left knee taps down. Breathe in as those arms reach tall, drawing the hands to the back of the head, while exhale, rotating, opening the spine to the right. Inhale to unwind. Exhale to rotate. Now, as you move through this, try to keep the hips nice and squared forward to the top of your mat. Core is strong, glutes engaged. Last rotation here. You'll unwind, coming back through center, and start to shift the weight back as you straighten out the right leg. Bow forward, hands to earth or blocks. Breathing into the stretch through hamstring and spine. We'll start to walk the blocks forward and bend back into the right knee. Knee aligned with ankle. Start to kick the left foot to the right side of the mat, and then sweep the arms into a T-like shape. Right hand presses to right knee, and we'll shift the weight forward on the inhale. Exhaling, shifting back to starting position. Back and forth. Flowing, tuning in to the adductor or the inner thigh. The next time you shift forward, you'll pause and hold, reaching that left arm high, bicep framing the ear. Once again, expanding through the ribs. Use your next exhale to unwind, shifting back to your lunge. Straightening the right leg once again, and then lifting the right arm high to the sky, finding a twist. Right arm may sweep around the back. You may even gaze over that right shoulder. With your next exhale, untangle. Place the hands to the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Hips high, belly presses back to the thighs. Head softens and relaxes. Using your next breath in, that left leg lifts. Exhale to step the left foot outside of the left hand and tapping the right knee down when you arrive. Arms sweep tall, hands come to the back of the head. Keep the core strong, and then exhale, twist, rotate to open the chest to the left. Inhale, unwind. Flowing, moving, twisting on your own cycles. Last twist here. With the exhale, you'll unwind, Start to shift the hips back slightly as you straighten the left leg, floating the hands to earth or blocks. Let the spine round. Just fold over the thigh, stretching out the hamstring. Next in-breath, you'll bend the left knee, finding lunge, and then shifting the right foot to the left side of the mat. Left hand plants into the left heel as the right arm sweeps tall. Inhale, deep bend to the left knee, and exhale, sweep the weight back. Inhale, shift forward. Left hand floating toward left knee, just like we did before. Feeling the inner thighs, holding to pause. And slowly releasing, two hands coming to earth. Once again, straightening out the left leg. And then starting to peel the left hand toward the sky, adding a twist in your half Hanuman. Try to focus on keeping the hips nice and square. And perhaps that left arm loops around the back as you gaze over the left shoulder. With your next exhale, you'll unwind, bend the left knee. Pick up the right knee and step your weight forward to Uttanasana, forward fold at the top of the mat. Belly presses to the thighs and head relaxes. Maybe you reach for opposite elbows and begin to sway side to side. Letting the hamstrings and the spine soften and relax. Noticing the decompression between every little vertebrae. Hands float to the thighs. You'll find a flat back, shoulders in line with hips, before exhaling, rounding the spine once again. Start to move through this in your cycle, inhaling to flat back and exhaling to round. From here, hands float to earth as you step the right leg back. Knee comes down to the ground as those arms reach tall. Lift the sternum high, find that back bend, and then exhale, hands to the earth once again, stepping back forward to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back, and exhale, left foot steps back, knee to the earth. Inhale, find that back bend, broaden the heart, and exhale, hands to earth. Step back up to forward fold. Start to walk the feet to hip distance and then bend the knees, sinking the hips down and back for Malasana or Yogi squat. Elbows pressed to the inner knees, shoulders and hips stack. Heart is broad and crown is tall. Begin to shift the weight back until you land to the sit bones. And then give your hamstrings a little hug. Pick up the right foot and just start to straighten the leg on the exhale. Inhale to bend, exhale to straighten. Just creating some space through the back of the legs. Moving through the other side when you're ready. Left hamstring, little hug, bending and straightening that leg. Both feet come down and we'll stick the thighs together. Arms sweep to the sides, and we'll start to sit the weight back until we feel the core activate, and then start to float the feet off the earth. Find your boat pose, Navasana. Perhaps you straighten the legs. Perhaps you pull the thighs toward the belly, creating a V-like shape. And perhaps you hug the hamstrings once again. Heart stays broad, core stays strong. Slowly, you'll exhale to come out, crossing the shins. From your seated position, start to sweep the hands behind the back, reaching for opposite elbows, rolling the shoulders back, and creating space through the heart. Deep belly breaths, coming back into the subtleties of the body. As you start to unwind, hands come behind the back, and we'll begin to rock the knees side to side. Windshield wipers, releasing the hips and the low back. Slow but sure, you'll sink down toward the earth, hugging the knees to your chest, giving yourself one final hug before we come to stillness. When you're ready, expand out, feet falling to the sides, palms facing up, and just breathe. Enjoying these moments of stillness and silence. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want.